And meeting settings. Yeah. Done. Okay, excellent. Right. We'll get rolling. All right. So, okay. So we're recording, and if people are late, you know what? We're just going to have to starting more on time, because I know last time the meeting went really, really long, which was fine. There was a crisis in the middle, right, where Marianne broke some glass downstairs. I had to exit for a while. I'm sure everybody remembers that. That was fun. But I would love to respect your time and respect my time. And so I'm going to try to stick to our agenda. And I'm actually going to put the agenda up on the screen.
Hey, Sarah.
Hello.
Hello. All right. So I'm going to.
You have a little.
I've got my little meeting agenda, and I'm going to do my best to try to stick to my agenda, try to respect everybody's time, and see if we can get out in an hour. Let's see if we can do it. I'm hopeful. We'll see.
My last 30-minute call took 2 hours.
Oh my goodness. I know. And last month we took 2 hours, but I felt like there was a big accident in the middle, and I had to run downstairs, and you guys were like wild for a while. And then I came back, and then everybody was having such a good time talking, which was totally fine. But
Wild.
you know, I just want to make sure that like we're respecting everybody's, you know, situations. So, okay. So we're going to do roll call, and I'm going to do some door prizes for if you're here on time. So who's here on time? What do we got? So
I was up since 6:30 and then I dropped.
Aha, but you're here now. So that's good. And I see Rainbow Sarah is here. And I see Terry's here. And I see Kim is here.
Hello.
And
I'm going to turn my video off so you don't have to watch me eat dinner.
okay. What are you eating first, though? Before you turn us off, you have to tell us what you're eating, because it's always good.
I've got ribeye steaks with mashed potatoes. Oh, no, New York strip. Sorry, New York strip.
Oh, wow.
With mashed potatoes and broccolini and a glass of red wine.
Well, on that
Very
note,
lovely.
yeah.
And I'll probably have ice cream or cupcakes for dessert.
Ooh, that sounds like fun.
You go, Kim.
Yeah.
It's that kind of day.
Yeah. Trust me, I get it. It's a Monday. So I see Jill, I see Patricia, I see Melissa, I see.
What? Something happened to me today.
What happened to you?
I came out on CBS this morning.
What?
What? Yes, for 2 seconds.
For the school?
For the school, and showing how we're teaching the kids to be safe.
That's cool. That's awesome.
Great.
Aw, that is so exciting. You have to like show a little clip or put a link or something.
Yeah, I'll put a link.
Okay, put it in the group for sure.
Hey, Terry.
Hi, guys.
So I invited, we have a group of us that are Silver Elite, Darlene and Cheryl and me and Jean Cook and Candy. We're in like a small group, and we do some leadership training, and we really try to coordinate like across all of the sub teams in, you know, in Candy's larger team. And so Cheryl and Darlene and Jean were like, hey, could we come to one of your monthly meetings? And I'm like, absolutely. So so I've opened up my monthly meetings, and you guys know monthly meetings are always open. You're always more than welcome to bring a guest. You can share the Zoom link with them, but we can also send them a packet. So if they're really interested and, you know, you think, yeah, you know, I think that they would, you know, they would want to join, then, you know, then we can definitely do that. Okay. So someone help Patsy Palmer, because she says she's in the room, but she's not. So can someone, Sarah, can you help her? Okay. Thank you. I don't know where she is, but, she's like, I'm here, but no one else is. I'm like, well, then you're not in the right room. So, Okay, so monthly awards. Let me escape out of this, and I'm gonna move this down here. So July was a really great month. We had so many winners and so many great people. So Patsy Palmer, Sarah, Barbara, Crystal, Casey, Noelle, and Kathleen all had over $400 in July, which was awesome. Doesn't matter. As we all heard on Candy's meeting, Sarah had way over 1,000. And so, way over. Hey, it's way over 900. So Sarah earned 2 coupons in July, and everyone else earned one $5 coupon. As a reminder for the coupons, you can use those for monthly meetings. You can use those for my classes. So if you want to come to one of my classes, you can. You can also use them for product. So just, something to think about. I reassess that every Stampin' Up! Year. So October 1, we'll start the new Stampin' Up! Year. And so I will put out a new set of incentives. I always relook at like my promotion incentives. I always try to, better my best and also make sure that whatever I'm doing works for you guys. And we'll talk a little bit about that tonight. Because one of the things I posted in our group was for you guys to start thinking about your love language and how you like to be appreciated. And so I'm going to pull that up because I posted 2 graphics and I want you to look at those. And I'm hoping that there will be kind of a conversation about this. Okay, this bar of people is just killing me. All right, here we go. So, all right. So how many of you have heard of the love languages? Yeah? Yes. Okay, excellent. And generally this is for your significant other, but we can also think about it in terms of life in general, right? So physical touch, acts of service, receiving gifts, quality time, and words of affirmation. So some people just love like a shout out, some sort of, affirming words, right? Some people love quality time. Some people love treats and gifts, little gifties. Some people love service. So like when someone does something for them, right, makes things easier for them, like planning a class for you or right, like, and then others just really appreciate physical touch, a hug, whatever. So I kind of want to, hear from you guys about what you think your love languages in terms of Stampin' Up. So like on our team, what do you think you like on our team?
Okay, let me jump in there. I love getting the gifts. I really
do. You love
do.
what?
I like the gifts.
Okay.
They're like rewards, and the challenges are great. And whereas you can sit on the couch and do nothing, in the back of my mind is like, well, if I get up and do this, I can improve my business, and I might get a present from Melissa. Okay. Yeah.
Good. Who else thinks that they really enjoy the little gifties? Melissa?
I do.
I like them too.
Especially when they're Stamping Up.
Okay, good. And Patsy and maybe Sarah.
Yeah, definitely.
And then what about quality time? So like having like dedicated time together.
That's always great. Like I miss us not having that time in the car, even just to drive to the meeting.
Okay, who else thinks that quality time might be something? Other Sarah, Melissa?
Yes, together as a team, yes.
Mm-hmm. Who else has quality time? Jill, you, yeah.
Yeah, me.
Can it be number 2?
Yeah, it's okay. You can have 2. Because Terry, I think that's something like, I noticed that in you when we would get together at in-person events, you would always want a few minutes with Candy, right? Like,
Yes.
especially because you don't get the quality time, although no one's getting it now. But I'm also thinking about what does quality time look like in a virtual group, right? Like now that none of us are getting together personally, right? How can I spend quality time with different people on the team? Maybe it's that we do you're earning, like we did that really fun where you guys earned silver, right? And you got the ice cream party with me and you had a really special, like it really wasn't about the ice cream, although it was delicious, but and you got a stamp set and you got quality time. So you got several things, right? It was an act of service and it was a gift and it was quality time.
And because
there was,
it does make a big difference. I mean, because I got to know Sarah. I got to know. Will help me here, Jill. I got to know Jill a little bit better, and that's how we do it. I mean, it's a lot different when you all live in the same town.
Yeah.
And you can get together for card classes and that. I don't have that. And this is not, oh, whoa, poor me. It's just the way it is. I mean, I made my choice, and I wouldn't trade my choice for anything. But I'm like, even like when you pick up the phone and talk to me one-on-one, on your way to do Marianne or get her somewhere, that means a lot to me. So it's quality time.
Yeah,
it means a lot.
Definitely. And I think as the group grows, right, that opportunity to do a lot of one-on-one gets tougher, right? But having some way where I can use some of these as rewards, like this is part of my reward conversation, right? I'm trying to understand how to shape rewards and recognition and my effort, right? In terms of there's only so many hours in a day, right? So where do I put my effort, So words of affirmation. So this could be for instance, I realized I would award you guys at the meetings, but now I'm going to make that cute little graphic that shows everybody's names, right? This is hey, our July superstars or whatever, right? So that's nice to see that up in lights, Physical touch is obviously incredibly not possible right now, which is why many of us are dying. Physical touch is actually one of my number one love languages, super dying over here, withering like a leaf. But self-care, right? There's things that we can do that are physical touch, things that we can do that, I love this list, long showers and skincare and spa days and, yoga and movement, right? There are other things we can do that, mimic that. So I just wanted to put that out here. I really loved this graphic. I was oh, I like this graphic a lot. And I think that giving gifts is interesting because this is a lot of us love getting gifties, and then look at the number one thing on the list, craft supplies. I was that's so funny. It's we're gifting ourselves as Stampin' Up! Demonstrators, right? You get a box in the mail, or several boxes. Happy mail, absolutely. So even if they're not big gifts, right, but getting that happy mail, just the little treats, just something to know that someone's thinking of you is really sweet. So then the other graphic I put in the group, and something I kind of wanted you guys to think about, was the love languages of marketing. So what does this mean for our customers, right? So then receiving gifts, how can we do that for our customers, right? Are we doing a reward program? Maybe it's not every month, but if you order from me 3 months in a row or 3 months out of the year, I send you a random gift. Or maybe we just need to make sure that we're sending thank you cards to our customers, right? And surprise and delight, right? Throw in some of those cool little flat snowflake enamels, even if it's not a full sheet, right? They would love those. Words of affirmation, right? How can you give them words of affirmation when they send you a text message with a really cute project, writing them back and being oh my gosh, I love that card. It is so cute. Physical touch. So right now we can't do a lot of that, but even just being in the presence. So I use Mary as an example. She's one of my customers. She's very elderly. She has done a really good job self-isolating, but when I went by her house, she was like, could you come in for a few minutes? And she was like, just really want to talk to somebody. And she just really, like, we didn't touch, we were 6 feet away, we did the masks, the whole 9 yards, but just to be in the presence of somebody, right? And invest a few extra minutes. What is an act of service? Thinking about acts of service in our business, right? So like we have World Card Making Day. It's always the first Saturday in October. What could we do with World Card Making Day to make that a day of service, right? Could we, have all of our customers, like we send them a bunch of scraps from our scrap bucket and everybody makes cards and then we donate them to the hospital or something, right? Like thinking about how can we get our customers involved in acts of service? What's an easy, fun way? Even if you do like a $5 kit and everybody makes really simple cards and then you donate them all to the hospital or something. And then quality time, right? Making sure that when someone emails you or texts you, and asks a question about a class, or they can't find this handout, or they lost this strip of paper, or they screwed up a project and they need a new strip of paper, like, can you take the time to give them that good customer support? So I thought this was a really interesting way to think about team building, to think about rewards and recognition and how I reward you guys and how I spend my time. So I would love in that feed, I made a post, and this month I'd love for all of you to kind of reflect a little bit on what you need from us, from the team, from me. The marketing piece is more for you and kind of what you want to do with it. But from me, I kind of want to hear a little bit more about this. I have some ideas and some, but I want to hear a little bit more about that. So questions about that?
So Melissa?
Yeah.
I was listening to, fortuitously, a podcast that Oprah does called, I think it's called Super Soul Conversations. And she had on a guest who talked about like the language of love, right? And so it was in the context of like military families and like how do you maintain that like language of love through the distance. Mm-hmm. So I thought it kind of applies right now where you can't really, for someone whose language is touch, like how do you touch someone right now where they're either physically far away or you can't because of COVID. And what the speaker said was that what you can do is send them things that you make, which I thought is really, ties with things we do because we make cards. And that's something that we work on, we touch, and that was one way to kind of show love. So if touch is your thing or your customer's thing, that's one way to do that right now.
Well, and that makes so much sense, right? Because that's why I love card making, because it's tactile, right?
Yeah.
Like it's, and that's like when you get a really nice piece of ribbon and you just want to like rub it, or like some of that new fuzzy flocked paper, like Sarah the other day, not you, Sarah, or you, Sarah, but Sarah Douglas from Stampin' Up. She was like on a live and she was touching that poinsettia flocked paper. And I thought she was like going to make out with it, right? Like it makes sense, right? We're so tactily oriented. So it makes sense that we're drawn to Stampin' Up because of those things. And I just want to make sure that I continue to like surprise and delight you guys, and that that, I want to reward you, as much as possible. So anyway, cool beans. Okay, well, let's take a look at the monthly projects, because I have 3, I think, fun projects this month. And I'm actually going to show you on camera what's up. So let me, I'm going to escape out of the screen sharing. And then if you want to pin my desk camera, you can. So this is sort of a mini try it. So I know Sarah and Sarah were talking about the try it classes last month, where someone has a TV on in the background. Can someone mute? I don't know who it is, but sorry. Everybody mutes and it'll make life better. Okay, cool. I don't know who that was. Okay. So anyway, so we were talking about the Try It classes, and I wanted you guys to experience and feel the papers from some of the suites. So I didn't do all of them, but I did 3 of them. So you have the fall, and I used the stamp set that I mentioned the other day. I'm grabbing it. Banner Year. Remember I talked about this one and how cute I thought it was, and how you will see that tiny little squirrel again soon. But I loved the Happy Fall, y'all. I think this is really cute. Super Texan, Rainbow Sarah. Sorry about that. And this is the proper like punctuation. This makes me very happy. Like it's you all contracted. The grammatician in me really likes it. So anyway, so you have all the pieces to do this. This is just really easy. All you're doing is you're just lining these up in the order you want. And I would say, you know, butt up against one edge, right? And then just work your way across, you know, start on the left, you know, or whatever. And you can do whatever order you want. And you can flip them, like you could use the front or the back, you know, it's your jam. So this is super, you know, so it's just your thing, man. Like, I don't know, like you could go crazy. But I used most of the foil sides just because I felt like, you know, you should show that off. It's shiny and blingy and pretty. And then if you don't have that sentiment, you know, you could find some other little sentiment and put it on here. And then I just took this ribbon. This is one of those like really nice ribbons, like tactily, like it's so I know exactly. Rub it on your cheek. It's so soft. It's so pretty. So this is the mint macaron, and it comes in that dual pack with the bronze thin ribbon. So this is the fall ribbon, and I just, you know, folded it in half, you know, just squished it. And I actually just used a glue dot. I put one glue dot here, and I put one glue dot in the middle of the fold, and that always keeps your little, like, I don't know, your little thing pressed down and nice. And then I just kind of sandwiched it with 2 little dimensionals. So this one's pretty and fall, and hopefully you guys, I love this paper. I'm going to have to go through another packet of this paper. I'm pretty sure, like, it's pretty. What did you get? What's that, Terry?
It must be from you. I just got it just this second. Michael walked in with it.
Yay, that's your packet. I'm so excited. Yeah, so I think maybe 1 or 2. Yeah.
Okay.
1 or 2 people's packets didn't get to them on time. So I apologize for that last week. I don't know if you guys saw, but I had an epically bad week. So like Tuesday night, I hurt myself when I was like prepping packets. I leaned over I've got my paper on the floor. That's going to have to change. And I hurt myself. Like I pulled a muscle or something. I was in extreme amounts of pain. Like I thought I was having a heart attack, but it wasn't in the right place, right? Like it was like a sharp stabbing pain, but like right under here. I don't know what happened. Anyway, and then Wednesday was super depressing. So I got the packets out like 2 days late, and I'm super sorry. God bless. Most of you got your packets. I'm so glad. It was not a good week last week. I'm okay now. It's cool. All is well. We just need to wallow sometimes. I needed 24 hours. But I'm still in pain, and I might go to the doctor. So this is the fall card. So yay for that. And I'm not going to do it because time is way too short for that. They're not super complicated cards. And then I'm going to post pictures of all of them. I didn't want to post the pictures before the packets came because it's kind of fun. Like, I feel like if I post the picture early, then you're not surprised, and that's no fun. All right, that fall card, the Halloween card, is super fun. Thank you, Sarah Amuso, for your inspiration, because if you rotate this bad boy, it might look like your swap card from Christmas. But if you move it this way, it does something different. So I used, this is the really cool ribbon, the like cobweb ribbon from the holiday, which I think a lot of people, I know it's like, at first you're like, what do I do with this? But it's cool. It's neat. And so you just stack these pieces on top of here, and you have lots of little, you got lots of pieces. I gave you a piece of white for the inside. I did stamp the little baddie because he's so cute. Look at him. Happy haunting. So sweet. And then I put Boo on the outside. you know, because our dog's name is Boo and because Boo is funny. And then this is the copper paper. And I feel like the copper was orange enough, right? Like close enough to Cajun Craze that I thought it looked really pretty. So you're just going to like layer the snot out of that with like lots of medallionies. And then these guys, again, you can kind of lay down and decide. But I also like that you can see that not all the paper is Halloween. Like there's definitely paper in here that's just could be really pretty for a wedding or something else. So that's the other one. And this one, the way that it's made is that you alter. So this one's flat run. This one's on dimensionals. This one's flat. This one's on dimensionals. This one's flat. This one's flat. Dimensionals. Yes. Okay. God bless. So that's kind of neat. Yeah. Thanks. So that's cool. And then this middle piece has a lot of dimensionals on it as well. So questions so far about these two? I'll leave them up here while we're talking. Okay, and then the last one is the really pretty snowflake paper, but I use that postage stamp punch so that you could see like lots of different like snowflake patterns, but you could flip yours however you want. And then you have a littler piece that you can stamp on the back. And I just stamped using the Be Merry from this. I stamped it in Pacific Point. So, and then I put a couple of little watch out, you've got snowflake sequins in your packets. They're very tiny and sneaky and clear, so it's gonna be hard to see those guys, but so, and then I put a little bit of that really pretty ribbon that comes in that suite as well, so you've got a piece of that as well. And you can see the embossing folder. It just gives you a nice piece of, you know, all the snowy goodness. So, and this is inspired by Darlene's swap. If it's looking familiar to you, she had, it was Halloween and it was oriented a little different and whatever. But I went through all my swaps because I wanted to show off DSP. And I was like, okay, what are the swaps I have that show off the most amount of DSP, you know, but still look good and don't look like we threw up DSP all over the page. So, because, you know, I'm learning to love DSP. I used to buy it and like not do anything with it. Now I feel good. I'm like, I'm using like half a pack. I mean, you know, I might even use like a whole pack of that fall stuff, man. Like that stuff's the bomb. So, all right. So those are our swaps or our monthly meeting projects for this month. And thanks to everybody who got those. And thanks for being patient with me while I worked out whatever's going on with myself and my body and everything. Watch out for this stuff, man. Like I lost a piece of it. This stuff is like really easy to lose, like on your rug and your carpet and stuff too. And like, yeah, I found some more of it the other day. I was like, oh, fun. There's some extra pieces. So hopefully the dog doesn't eat it. All right. Okay, so let's see. I'm going to go back to sharing my screen because I'm going to go back to our agenda, hopefully. Okay, so roll call, monthly awards, monthly packet projects, Stampin' Up! News. Okay, so, oh yeah, I'm right on time. This is good. I'm sticking to this agenda, y'all. I'm trying. Okay. So we have a couple of things that are going to be announced tomorrow. And we as leaders get them early. So Darlene and Cheryl, just close your little baby ears and pretend like you don't hear this. I think one of the things I'm only telling you, like, technically it's like in 4.5 hours, you'll get an email or something. But we will have a recruiting promotion in September. They have not done a recruiting promo in September before. And it is still the $99 for $125 worth of product, but they're getting an extra packet and it's called Get and Go. Is that what it's called? Get and Go. This is such an interesting name. So what it is they're trying to equip demonstrators to like hit the ground running. So they're going to get 2 stamp sets and pre-picked for them though, 2 stamp sets and 8 packets of one card prepped and ready and 8 packets of another card prepped and ready. So kind of like when we go to On Stage and they have those little packets that are like cellophaned and they have like cardstock and everything cut and prepped. They've made 8 and 8. So they'll get 16 card packets prepped and ready, plus the designs that work with either stamp set. And so they're basically saying like, here's your first class. Go. Do it, right? They're not holiday, so they are, which is smart because this is a global recruiting thing. And so, you know, across the globe, holidays look different. So I thought that was smart. The 2 coordinating stamp sets are So Much Love and Queen Anne's Lace, which are 2 stamp sets that I absolutely overlooked in the annual catalog. So you should go look at them because I was like, oh, I don't know those stamp sets. But yeah, I think this is an interesting promo. One of the things that Jill and I were talking about was people are, you know, Candy too, right? People are looking for hobbies right now. And so this could be just the thing, you know, that someone's looking for, right? Like they've been in quarantine for 5 months, you know, maybe they're now looking to do something else. This could really give them a leg up if this is something that they're interested in doing. So
that's in addition to the 125. They get the 2
yeah,
sets and then the 8 packets of 2 cards. Okay.
yeah, yeah.
Okay, cool.
Oh, and some rhinestones.
Oh,
yes.
okay.
And a pack of rhinestones. So it's cute. I mean, I think they've never done anything like this. And I think that it'll be really interesting to see, you know, what kind of a demonstrator that attracts, right? It's probably going to attract someone who thinks like, yes, I have friends I want to share this with, right? It's less of a hobby probably and more of a, I think I would want to share this. So, and then the other thing that they're going to be announcing tomorrow is an update to the rewards and recognition. So they're not going to mess around with core compensation, but they will be updating like the incentives that you get when you do title advancements and things like that. And so I'm going to show you like a very simplified version. There's a video, there's like an 8-page handout, and then I'll start a thread. And if you guys have questions, like you can put questions in there and I'll answer them. But I'm going to show you like at its core, this is how it affects you guys on the daily, right? So let's see. Okay. So title benefits, bronze are still going to get 20% instant income. Bronze Elite are still going to get their 25% instant income, and they're going to get a title advancement pin. I don't think they've ever gotten that. So that's
we used to have pins.
Yes.
I have the pin. I have my Bronze Elite pin from my first time around.
Oh, okay. So you did get a pin. Okay.
So mine was right here, like 2 seconds ago. It was a little Stampin' Up where I stuck
logo.
Did I stick it? Yeah, it was the Stampin' Up logo, and then depending on your promotion, you got, where the hell? I just had them right here. Hang on.
Seriously, I will find it.
I know I have them, but you had like a little rhinestone chip in there, or
yeah,
diamond chip or whatever, and I had some of them. They used to give you one when you first got in, and then I don't know where they went. But anyway, yeah, so it was just that same little logo, and then they just kept adding little diamonds to it.
So they're going to do the same thing. So when you advance Bronze Elite, you'll get a pin. When you advance to Silver, you'll still have your 25% instant income. You'll get a title advancement pin, so you won't get the necklace anymore. But you will get a 2% product bonus quarterly. So quarterly, you will be paid, like you will have basically a product credit that you can use, and it's 2% of your quarterly sales. So that's nice. You can apply it in any amount you want. So if you wanted to apply $10 to one order and $5.75 to another, or right, like right now with those weird CSV credits that we get, you have to like do the whole chunk, right? It's like $40 all in one or whatever. So this is going to be, I think, a little bit more flexible, and you'll have 6 months to use those. Now, where they really put their effort is behind Silver Elite. Silver Elite was a really tough thing to achieve, and Darlene and Cheryl and I can tell you all about that. And the rewards were really lacking for it. So what they've done is they have put some more energy behind that. So you get your 25% instant income, your title advancement pin, your 2% product bonus, your leader perks, which we had all these. I guess I shouldn't have put those in dark. So you got a Facebook page. So you're on the leaders page. You get early registration. You get invited to backstage and center stage, which are leadership events. But now you're going to get a free event. So during the course of the year, you can pick one event to go to for free. You're going to get a 1% sales bonus. So that's cash, not product credit. And then you're going to get a $200 cash bonus. So this will take effect in October 1. So the new Stampin' Up! Year. So it's something to think about if you're thinking about advancing in title. Maybe you don't want to advance in title right now. Maybe you want to wait until the new year, because maybe this is going to be more advantageous to you then, especially if you're at like Silver Elite or you're working towards Silver Elite. But I feel like they've really put some real money behind this, right? Because with Silver Elite, you didn't get any more jewelry. You didn't, you got to go to a Facebook page and you got the chance to go and register and go to like center stage and backstage. So that's exciting. And then Quick Start, is the same. It'll be the same. Basically, if you sell 900 CSV in your first full 3 months, you'll get a $50 product credit. I think under the old system, it was like a $40 credit. And then if you have 1,800 CSV in your first full 6 months, you'll have a $100 product credit. So those are great. We're happy they're keeping that. So things that are going away. So flex points are going away, but you're getting that 2% product credit back if you're at silver. So that's something to think about. Like if you really liked flex points and you really liked having the ability to like earn flex points, like in order to get that product credit, you have to be at silver. So I think that for better or worse, the other thing with flex points, the reason that they're getting rid of it is because a lot of people had flex points left over at the end of the year they couldn't use, right? Like they had like 300 or 1,000 flex points and they couldn't use them. And people found that really aggravating, that they had these points that they couldn't use. They're going to move some of those things like the trash cans and stuff. They said they're going to try to move those to the supply list. So, but I will tell you that I will be acquiring a few trash bags before they go away. So don't worry. We'll have a lifetime supply of Stampin' Up! Trash bags over here at C2C Stampers, and I will use those for incentives. So FYI. They're doing away with the Global 100. And they're going to make it more region or, market specific. And Candy says she's really excited about this and the Global 100 is way too stressful and she's super excited. So we thought that was really funny. And then title jewelry they're doing away with, but instead they're doing the pins. But we're getting product credit. There's a lot more cash bonuses that they've put in. So like real opportunity for like, real money, not product credit. Product credit is real money too, but cash bonuses. Incentive trip is going to be earned, but not with flex points. There's a simplified system. And then instead of calling it annual awards, they're calling it annual achievements, and they've opened up some more achievements. So it's definitely something when it comes out tomorrow, it's a huge document. It's a lot to absorb. Take your time. None of it goes in effect until October 1. And I just wanted to kind of like, because I know I have you guys now tonight, I wanted to give you just a little bit of a sneak preview so that no one freaks out tomorrow and that we can then have more conversations about it. Questions, concerns, comments?
I
Okay.
had one
Okay.
that I typed. The how to cash in the flex points again, please.
On your
When you
Flex
have-
account?
And
What
don't you
about
have
what
to-
about them?
You have to click something to get that $40 credit, product credit. I don't remember how to do that. That you just
Yeah.
click on it and it'll go send you an email to use them, or
Yes. So you have to go into your Flex store, right, under your orders, right? There's the
Mhm.
Flex store,
right.
and then you redeem it. And then when your order totals, you have to be on a demonstrator order. When your order totals over $40, it'll pop up and it'll say, hey, you've got $40 to spend. Do you want to apply it now? And you can say yes, or you can say no. But you have to be in a demonstrator order, and your order has to go over that.
Okay. Okay. I just remember you clicked something, but I couldn't remember. It's been a year.
Yeah. And you have until the end of October to use your flex points. So I always recommend that you wait until October 6th or 7th to see how many
that
flex
last.
points you're going to have. Yeah, that'll be your last set of flex points that you get once team commissions, like once your commissions are finalized in October, which is about the 6th or 7th. Then that'll be your total last remaining balance of flex points. Then you'll see how many you have, and then you can decide what you want to do with them.
Okay.
Good. Awesome question. Other questions? Okay. So before we do show your projects, I'm just going to mention, so Paper Pumpkin. So remember, they plan Paper Pumpkin out 1 year to 18 months in advance. September's Paper Pumpkin has treat packaging. So what do we do with that, right? So, you know, I know Halloween trick-or-treating might not look the same this year, right? But the packages are not just for Halloween. They're for Halloween and Thanksgiving. There's a lot of cutout pieces. They've made it very clear that this could work for fall. You could use it as place settings for your their cracker boxes. You could use them for place settings like at Thanksgiving dinner. You know, there's a lot of other ways that you could probably use the cracker boxes, and there's going to be a lot of other die cut pieces and elements in the kit. So if you have people who are like vehemently opposed to like treat packaging, one, let them know that it's very fall oriented, not Halloween oriented. You can make it work for Halloween, but I know some people in the past have been like, I don't do Halloween. So they really kind of nipped that in the bud. And then October's kit should be Christmas. It should be Christmas cards if they follow kind of the pattern that they've done. And they've also told us that we're going to have one more global kit over this fall. So one of these kits will be a global kit, which means that the other markets can buy it. They don't get to do Paper Pumpkin like we do, but other markets can buy it like an item. And that's good, because if it's a global kit like the lemons were, it's going to be amazing. They only pick the best kits to be global kits. And so I'm hopeful that we have something amazing coming. So I just wanted to, you know, update you on that. Okay, show me your projects. So everybody gets to take a minute and show me your projects, but don't take too long. But everybody gets a minute. So since I will call on people because I have a nice order. So Terry is at the top of my screen. So Terry gets to go first.
So I went to the dollar store and I picked up a pack of 30 wooden clips. And this is what they look like.
Cute.
And I covered them in brightly gleaming. And then I packaged them and I used Christmas gleaming. And this is my final project.
Those are so pretty.
And they have a string in the package so that you can hang them. And there's 7 feet, so that's 3 yards and 1/3. So you can hang your Christmas cards, or if you guys do craft shows or you want to make a quick gift, these are great for like your private space. And then you can hang up your cards that like we might send each other or just something really cute that strikes us at the holiday season. And by the way, I'm going to do this again for Valentine's Day. Okay, that's all I
That
got.
is super cute, Terry. Well done.
Good idea.
All right. Who's next? So, Sarah, Rainbow Sarah, if you have something to show us, you're more than welcome to. She's not officially part of the team, but soon she will be.
Thank you. So I had a lot of fun with the Whale of a Time suite. Love the embossing folder and all the papers. That's what I got.
Nice. That's beautiful.
It is neat.
So pretty. All right. And let's see. Next is Melissa. Oh, you're muted, but I love you anyway. And I've gotten really good at reading lips. So.
There you go. So my niece, who's on a church mission, I made her a batch of cards before she left. She just emailed me this past weekend that she needs more. So I'm using my old DSP paper that I've hogged up. So I'm just making some thank you cards for her. And also trying to use some of our leftover pumpkin paper stuff. Just little tiny cards. And then again, using old paper for tiny cards.
I love those. Those are so pretty. Lovely. All right, Sarah Amuso.
Okay, hang on. I can't even see myself here. I'm like trying to pin everybody. Okay, there we go. Okay, so first thing I wanted to show was the Kitkat Apple Pie. So what I did was, and this is just kind of a work in progress. I just started this last night. So I made the little pie. It's got like the little basket thing, and then it has the Kit Kat in it. Thanks to Darlene and her little pull thing ideas. And then I wanted to show, hang on. So you talked about like appreciating customers and finding ways to do little things that we can, show our appreciation. This light is terrible. So here's that same technique again, but I used, this is for my In Color Club. So I give them one project a month with their kit that they get. And so they get an ink pad, paper, and ribbon. So this was the second month. And then this is my customer appreciation for anybody who orders $35 or more. You give them an extra project. So this month we did the $1 million one, and this is just a bonus card I made, and then I promptly lost this little tiny stamp, so now I can never make this again because I don't have it. But this is the bonus project, and so I went and found the old spatula thing, and so that's the bonus project. And then these I used I think it was a 3/4 inch punch, and I punched out the cookie that was already stamped. So this is the cookie itself. Oops, sorry. That's the cookie. And so I just took the little punch and I punched out extra ones. I wondered how they did that. And I was like, oh, that makes sense. And then I'm the HOA person who gives out Yard of the Month. So I just did this little card and I just, make a little thing that says, congratulations, you won Yard of the Month. And I stamped it with my stamp. So they have it. And then just, I'm really into texture projects right now. So and if anybody saw, Patty Bennett just had this one on her webpage recently on her newsletter. So this is just stays on gold. I did one version that way and one version this way. And so this is one of my $35, purchase cards. Just because I wanted to be really special. I was doing 3 and it was way too much. I could not manage it because I have between 4 and 7 people that spend $35 at camp. So I couldn't do 3 cards. So I said, let me do one really nice card. And that was it. And then I just have one last card. And this was my next In Color project. And so what I decided after I did it was that it probably would be better to have this as an extra layer. So they got this as the, the sheet, and then they put all this on top of it.
So cute.
Stuff. So.
Oh, Sarah, such beautiful projects.
I had a little wave of creativity last night. Tom was like, "What are you doing?" And I'm like, "Shh, I'm being creative. I have something going, so don't interrupt me."
Don't mess with the mojo.
Yes, and that's
so
it.
funny. Awesome. Patricia, do you have something stampy to show us? You're muted, but I love you anyway. It's lovely to see you. She's so sweet. I dropped by some projects, so hopefully you saw those on the porch, yeah? No, let me see if I can unmute you. I might be able to.
I did. I picked them up just before I went to pick up dinner, so I looked at them while you were going through. I did want to know, did you just cut the, on the Halloween card, did you just cut the ends at a slant?
Yep.
Or did you use a punch or something?
No, I just use my scissors, and I just cut, and I cut in the same direction. So like cut to the left, cut to the left, cut to the left, cut to the left, cut to the right, cut to the right, you know? So I just tried to go the same direction.
Okay.
So yeah, no, just use scissors. So good question. Jill, do you have something to show us? She's muted, but she's fabulous. Oh yeah, let's see.
Just a shoebox swap. Today, I worked on a side job today. So tomorrow is my creativity day. So this was the Life is Beautiful. I'm making a second card that's going to feature, I think, more of the 4 different seasons on the card flipped this way with 2 trees. I've been seeing that on Pinterest and doing that for my open house, which is going to be Labor Day weekend. But tomorrow is my scheduled creativity day because I don't meet with more projects to do for side jobs until tomorrow evening. So
it's a lovely card. You made me like that set. I didn't like that set, but now I do. So
yeah, I really like the set. I mean, I haven't had much mojo in the last 2 weeks since I lost my job, but I'm getting it back. I'm, you know, finding my way and feeling like I'm becoming myself again. So that's been really important to do.
Yeah, you got to find that balance.
Thoughts and prayers with you, Jill.
Thank you. Thank you. I had a really great weekend, though. I'll tell you that. I didn't get projects done. The only one I got done was Patsy's from the shoebox swap I hadn't finished. I tried to do the creative challenge from last month from Melissa's packets. I just couldn't do it. I was just like, oh man, I'm just putting it back, you know. But I had a really great weekend. It was very productive on getting my Facebook calendar updated and my DBWS through the end of September. I've got my calendar now planned out through December. So I feel really good about taking the time to jumpstart what I'm doing and expanding and trying to get new non-stamping people to expand my tribe of people that I work with, you know, instead of the same 9 to 10 that I have. So yeah, so I'm feeling good about that. So that's my project that I worked on.
Good for you, Jill.
Woohoo! Patsy Palmer, do you have something to share?
I do. Great minds think alike, because I did the paper one.
It's all in the family.
When I saw you post that picture, I died laughing because I had just sent out the packets. And then I opened up Facebook and I saw yours and I was like, oh, that's hilarious.
So I did that for my class on Saturday. So that was, they liked that because it was simple and quick.
Yeah, and it's beautiful.
It's really, I like it. I know, I love that paper. It's gorgeous.
Yeah, it is gorgeous.
And I will show the one, even though I've learned a few different things since doing this, but this is really pretty, the sparkle and the simplicity of it, but yeah, I like the elegance of it too. And I like the words inside, if you can read them.
Yeah, that's a beautiful card. Like, I love that sentiment. So
that's
sweet.
So, and I made one today because we have a teenager on our street and they took him in an ambulance on Friday, and I'm not sure what, but I've been praying all weekend. So I made him a card
Aw.
just from the high tide, because he's about 15 but he's always got a smile on his face. And so anyway, I just made a special card for him.
That's sweet.
Yes. So that's it.
Yay. Kim, other than dinner, what you working on over there?
So I've pretty much been focusing more on calligraphy lately since I'm doing this Harry Potter lettering challenge this month. But I've been meaning to do the stamping challenge from last month that you sent out. So it's sitting on my desk ready to go, and I'll work on that. But I'm starting to mail out the cards that I made in the last month, which I already took photos of and stuff.
Well, I'll show off a little bit. You actually included this in your packet to me. And so this is one of Kim's pretty little pieces of art / calligraphy.
Yeah, I did that one with a brush marker.
Yeah, this one's pretty.
Color like wash in the background.
Yeah, this is gorgeous. So, and then she just wrote a little note. So sweet. So I want you to know, I do get your cards and I love them. Like when you do send me a card. So like Terry sent her $5 and she is like my grandma and she sends cash in the mail. But I love my cash in the mail. And, but Terry, I love the cards that I get from you. And I think it's so sweet. And thank you. And this isn't Stampin' Up! And I don't care. Or if it is, it's old.
It's old Stampin' Up!
There you go.
Yeah, it's a classic one. It's like from the, I don't know, 92 or something.
I love it. And so just so you know, like I keep all the cards that you guys send. I hang them up in my office. And then this is, Gail Beasley is the lady who's above Candy. And Gail does something, this is all she does for rewards and recognition, is every month, like clockwork, she sends the same card to the top 10 people who have sales in her team. This is all she does. 10 cards every month. But it's consistent, but it's consistent, right? And I appreciate the consistency. And I know that when I get in the top 10 of Gail, that means a lot, right? Because we've got all of Candy, we've got Candy that we're competing with, we've got all of Candy's team, we've got her other sidelines and other people. So I got this for July. So it says, congratulations for being in the top 10 sales for Cyber Stampin' Group in July 2020. So, and then she stamped the inside. I thought that was really pretty. So, everybody rewards their teams differently, right? And everybody chooses to do different things. And I want you to know that. But it doesn't matter how we're rewarded, right? Like, I love these cards. They're beautiful. She always does a nice job. But it's that's why I wanted to talk a little bit about rewards and recognition tonight, and just thinking about how Stampin' Up! Rewards us and how we can, do those things. So I have my bucket. So before we let Marianne draw door prizes, because this is the only reason she's here, is to draw door prizes, because she was diggity dog excited about this. Are there any questions, lingering issues, anything? Darlene, Cheryl, do you guys have any questions for the group?
No, I don't. Just keep rocking it, guys. You've got this. I would love for you guys to join me as Silver Elite.
We would love that too. I can't wait to see you guys keep going. Darlene, you mentioned you like this one and I knew I wouldn't use it. What do you mean? You wouldn't use what?
That was supposed to be a private message to Terry Lynn.
Oh. Hey girl, way to air your dirty laundry.
I'm not the only one sitting in my bed.
She mentioned that she liked this month's kit, and I knew I wasn't going to use mine, so I just sent it to her. And that's part of what Michael, the mail that just got brought in, she got the paper pumpkin box. So
that's hilarious.
So funny.
That's hilarious.
I have one other quick thing that happened that was very interesting. So I don't know if I told you guys last month, but I had someone that I went to high school with, and she all of a sudden was like out of the blue wanting to swap books with me from book club. So I included all my catalogs and stuff, and because she said she wanted them, she's like, what is it that you do? Can I see your catalogs? Well, so she got them, and she wanted to do something. She didn't want to jump in head first into making cards. So this was her proposition. I will send you money if you go and make cards for a nursing home or a senior center. And I had given her a little pile of cards, you know, out of my box. And so she sent me $50 to go make cards for somebody, you know, for some organization to go and donate them. So I thought that was really nice of her.
Oh,
That's awesome, Sarah.
that's really cool.
Yeah. Her father was a big philanthropist and he died recently. So I think she's just trying to, you know, keep it going and keep paying it forward. So.
Aw, that's amazing. Well, and I know, you know, we've had some conversations about like craft fairs and, you know, kind of if there will be craft fairs or markets. I know that, Sarah, the Hutto Old Time Days is outdoors. I think it will be happening. Jill has said that for Bethany Market, it's been canceled, but they're allowing them to use the parking lot, but they're not going to advertise it and they're not going to charge, which those are interesting combinations. So we're talking about like how to market that and what that looks like. And then I've been invited to participate in a virtual market. And I did one earlier in the summer with 0 success. So I'm going to try some different things. And if it's successful, I'll tell you what I do. If it's not successful, I'll tell you what I did. And then we just won't do that again. How does that sound? But yeah, Terry.
Someone in one of our neighboring towns just did, I forgot the name of it, but what they did was several crafters got together and the town was small enough that they put the word out and people drove from house to house and each person had on display their crafts. And of course you had to wear your mask, yada, yada, yada. But they said it was extremely successful. So I'm thinking about doing that. So I'm kind of out of touch with crafting, but what a grand idea, right?
That's great. And I think that like, you know, that's something that we could definitely take to like our neighborhood associations and our HOAs and right. Like those are things that we can see, you know, potentially being successful. The one craft fair I do, they are going to do it outside. It's at a kind of a ranch like place. And so they're going to like spread everybody out all across the property. And I might end up by the chicken coop, but by God, I'm going to do it. So, because she likes chasing the bunnies and the chickens down. So they are adorable. So, so I just wanted you to know that like, we've got things coming, you know, there's definitely, I've got planned what we're going to do for the next couple months. So I'm going to preview for you tonight what we're going to do next month. God willing, this is going to work. So here's what I'm going to do. So for next month's meeting, we're going to do a mail-in shoebox swap. And here's how it's going to go. So if you participate, you will commit by a certain date. I will set up the date, probably in about a week. You will commit to making 4 packets and your display card, right? It's going to be a no stamping shoebox. So it has to be no stamping. And you hopefully in Candy's group, you saw no stamping. You saw some examples of no stamping. You could use the PDF from Stampin' Up! If you got the COVID-19 PDF. So like if you really feel like you need a sentiment, you could use that, but it has to be no stamping. You're going to make 4 projects. You're going to sign up to do it. Then I'm going to tell you who to mail them to, and you should get 4 projects back. So it's kind of like one of those terrible, chain letters. Yeah. But we're going to give it a go and see how it goes. But if you commit to doing this, you have got to do it and you have to make them and mail them by a certain point. Okay. So, because we don't want to let our Stampin' sisters down. So, so I will make a sign up deadline and I'll make a mailing deadline so that everybody has them by the time we get together next month. Questions about what we're going to do next month?
New catalog, Christmas catalog? Doesn't matter as long as it's new
yeah.
or anything?
I would say,
Okay.
yeah, just new product, keep it focused on new. It doesn't have to be holiday. I mean, holiday's lovely, but again, you know. And then Patsy Palmer, I saw a hand. What was your question?
Yes. So it's 4 different cards?
No, same card 4 times.
Okay, thank you.
Yes.
And we're going to mail them to 4 people?
To 4
Okay.
different people. Yep. So your cost, right? So your cost is the cost of a stamp, right? Times 4, right? And the cost of making those projects times 4. So like you would make, you know, your 1 sample and 4 kits to make this card. Does that make sense?
We send you the display card, or what do we do for the display?
No. So I think for the display card, we'll just have you take a picture and send me a picture of it, and then I'll make like an album for everybody. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't need the display card. It's okay. What do we think?
So are we gonna keep the display card?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we just have to make it so that you get a picture of it.
Right. And so that we can share it with our friends. Yes.
And then we're going to make 4 of that display card in pieces, and we're going to send it to 4 different people or just 1?
4 different people.
4 different people. Okay.
Yep.
Are you gonna
So what I do is when I make a packet, I just stick a little picture and I write, like, if it's hard to put together, I just put a little instruction. So we could even do that too, or still do the picture, because then we'll have a cool picture in our, you know, on your site.
Yeah. So, I mean, I think I'm not requiring you guys to do PDFs or anything of it, but, you know, but again, this is just getting you thinking about like mailing a packet. Yeah, Terry?
Are you going to allow anybody to do more than 1?
More than 4, actually.
I'm going to keep it to 4. Mathematically and organizationally, I feel like this is what I can manage right now. If it goes well, then in January, we'll repeat it for the new catalog, and maybe we'll have different mathematical numbers. But for now, 1 card, 4 packets sent to 4 different people, and I'll tell you who to send them to. So,
do we have to deconflict like which DSP or whatever, or we can just do whatever we want without having to deconflict with someone else?
Good question, Kim. Yeah, do whatever you want, girl. Like, this is like, yeah, because I know sometimes we've really been like, we want to get a wide range, and maybe for the one in the spring catalog, you know, maybe we would do that, but I kind of feel like this is more free range, you know, and so I kind of just want to see what happens.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Good luck. And I'm all about trying new things. And so, you know, and I think that those that don't get to participate in shoebox swaps, because we do those shoebox swaps locally, sometimes feel left out. And so I want to kind of see if we can somehow replicate this. So let's see what happens. So good. Question. So you don't put it together, right? You send it just like I sent the packets to you, right? All the little pieces, and then they have to put it together. So this is a fun time. Like if you want to show off a fun fold, or you want to show off a really cool way to, you know, cut DSP, or you want to, you know, I would say it's probably less of a time to do technique-y stuff, because you don't know like what everybody's supplies are, right? I mean, most of us are pretty well supplied, but it could be a time to show off like a fun fold or a really cool way to use XYZ, you know? So.
It's without stamping.
No stamping, yes.
Stamping.
I know. Really making you think on that one. So I know that's more challenging, but we have a lot of Word dies, and we have the COVID-19 PDF that you can use.
And punches.
And you can die cut it, and you can emboss it. You can dry emboss it, right?
You can also just have an opportunity for a sentiment to be there, and that you would stamp on your own.
Yeah.
I would prefer that you would stay away from that. Mm-hmm.
You're no fun.
I know. because I want you guys to start thinking about how can I send packets to people and have them make them, even if they don't have any supplies, right? And I know we're a stamp company. I get it. I get that we sell stamps. It's in our name. but you know, we just don't know what people have, right? So
Melissa, I think Patsy had a question.
oh yeah, Patsy, question.
No, I was just yawning. Sorry.
Oh, that's okay. You're like me, Cheryl. Like someone makes a move to like brush their hair, and I'm like, hey, what question do you have? You know?
No, I saw a question pop up in the top right hand
in the chat
corner of my screen.
Four different cards. Yes. Well, one card 4 different times, right, Patsy? We got it now.
Yes, I do. I understand.
Okay. Excellent.
Sorry, Patsy.
I typed it earlier, and then I was able to ask the question. So I went,
gotcha. Yeah, it just
Got
popped up.
It did.
All right, so here are the prizes for tonight. So I have an extra packet from last month's meeting, and you'll get the extra paper pumpkin box that comes with it too. So that's one of the prizes, is an extra packet. We have champagne rhinestones.
Oh yeah.
We have, oh yeah, she says. She's got her eyes set on the prize. We've got the bronze. This is the brightly gleaming foil elements. These are retired, but they go lovely with that paper set, and they're a great prize. They're really flat. They mail easy. And then we have 3 packages of mini dimensionals because tax-free weekend was, you know, Mama went shopping. So, all right. So Mary Ann's going to pull, and she'll let you pick. So the first person who gets pulled wins, and she gets to sit in my chair. This is the privilege. So, all right. And then I'm going to show you guys something. Okay, hold on. Cheryl and Darlene, did you get your package from Stampin' Up?
Yes, I did.
Okay, good. Okay, I'm gonna unbox it on screen for everybody. So
that
everybody hang tight.
You haven't opened it yet?
I opened it, but
okay.
They don't know what's in there. So okay, so Mary Ann, draw the first winner.
Terry.
Yay!
Hand me those champagne rhinestones, please. Thank you.
Put her name on it.
Yeah.
Patsy.
That was hilarious. That was awesome. You knew that was coming, Patsy Palmer.
I know.
All right, next winner.
Is everybody's name here twice?
Depending on if they showed up on time or not.
Hey, Marianne.
Hello.
How are you, sweetie?
Good. Rainbow Sarah.
Yay, Sarah.
You know, I could always use dimensionals.
Yeah.
Okay. Sarah.
Is that me?
Yes,
That's
original
me.
Sarah.
Woohoo. Okay.
Original Sarah, did you hear that?
Original
Sarah.
and crispy. Like chicken. I'll take the mini dimensionals.
Just a minute, Abby.
Patricia.
Yay.
There's only one Patricia.
Patricia.
So Patricia, what do you want?
The bronze star thing.
Those are pretty.
Those are beautiful, Patricia.
Very nice.
Yeah, Barbara got them last time, and she was texting me saying, "What do they match with?" And I said, "There's paper. It looks really cute with the paper."
Patricia.
Patricia.
So Patricia, do you want the packet from last month's meeting, or do you want the set of dimensionals?
I wasn't at last month's meeting, was I?
No, so it's fun. It's a creative packet, so it includes like pieces of DSP from the pattern play, and it has die cut letters and die cut labels and a paper pumpkin box, a mini paper pumpkin box.
Okay, that'd be great.
You want to do that? Okay. All right. Cool. Excellent.
Why did
And
I get 2 picks?
Because you asked a good question. So,
Oh my gosh. Okay.
yeah. So if you ask a good question or you show a project, you get an extra drawing. So awesome. And then last one, dimensionals. Let's see. Drum roll.
Rainbow Sarah!
Yeah!
Girl, okay, so that's a lot of dimensionals. Hey, I'll switch out. I'll get you one set of regular and one set of minis because that's a lot of minis. Like that's like 5,000 mini dimensionals or something. There's so many of us.
For a choice of mine.
Congratulations to all.
What are you gonna do with this person?
I know what I'm gonna do.
So whoever she draws now gets Marianne's prize,
Sarah.
Abuso.
Okay, I'm gonna go get the prize.
Oh, dear.
Okay.
I'm gonna be right back.
Okay, well, I'm gonna sit in my seat.
I'm gonna help you unbox that.
Oh, no, you're not. This is mine. All right. So I'm going to end our meeting by opening what we got from Stampin' Up.
For what?
So, yeah. So if you were Silver Elite and above, you had the chance to go to Backstage, which is our new annual leaders event. And it was going to be in New Orleans at the end of August, and they had to cancel it, and everyone was very sad. I was very, very, very sad because New Orleans is one of my favorite places on the planet. And so they decided to do a virtual event, and they charged for it. And they promised us that they would send us something as like a little gift for going to Virtual Leaders Summit is what they're calling it. And they said it was a blue box with white ribbon. And I was like, what? I was like, that's crazy. So the only other time I've ever gotten anything from Tiffany's was when I did the Nike Women's Marathon race. And it's the only marathon I've ever done. And we got a beautiful Tiffany's necklace for doing it. And it's the only time I've ever gotten anything from Tiffany's. And so now receiving gifts is not my love language. So you should know that I was like, okay, like, I mean, if this was like, the new Stampin' Cut emboss machine, I would have been like head over heels, right? But anyway, craft supplies are my love language, but beyond that, not my jam. So we got the package. It had like the little Tiffany's like embossed note card, and it says, see you at Leaders Summit. So people who didn't go to Leaders Summit, who didn't register, soon became quickly very jealous and angry that they did not get this package. I will tell you, I've seen the contents. Again, not my love language, but it is really cool that they thought of us. And it is the size of a bread box, people. Like,
yes, it's big.
It's the largest. I didn't know Tiffany's boxes came this large. I was like, oh, okay. So we're going to open it. Mm-hmm. And I died laughing because I think Patty Bennett was the one who it fits in the calyx, like the IKEA like holder, like it's just the right size to fit in there. And so she was showing that. It was really funny. So, all right. So, I know, good times. So you're unwrapping it and you're like, wow, there is a lot of bubble wrap in here. And honestly, I don't know. I was shocked and floored. You guys are gonna. Well, you'll laugh when I tell you more about what else I got this summer, which is also funny. So you want to go get those because those are really ridiculous.
Where are they?
Downstairs in the pantry.
Okay. So. I'm gonna do one more thing with things.
Okay. All right. So we're rolling. We're unwrapping. We're rolling. We're unwrapping. We're rolling. There's a lot of bubble wrap.
There is.
Stampin' Up.
It is a Stampin' Up champagne flute.
Oh my gosh.
Not one, but two.
You can't drink alone.
Oh my gosh.
Or one.
We used to say one in the calyx. I was like, is it like a paper sorter?
Yeah, so the box fits in the calyx, but this does not. So what's even funnier about this is this summer we had a student employee who worked for me, and he was finishing his master's degree, and he quit, and he was like graduating and moving on, and so he bought me a present, and he had something mailed to the house. And I was like, because I was his supervisor and he wanted to thank me for whatever, right? Being awesome. I don't know. So I get this box from Waterford Crystal and I'm like, what in the blazes is this? So you guys, I mean, most of you know me well enough to know I'm not fancy. And there are 2 giant Waterford Crystal wine goblets.
I have
They
my
are-
mother's. They're worth about $150 a piece.
I know, but
That's crazy.
what am I going to? One, I have no idea why he.
I have mine in a glass cabinet, and actually we were just talking the other night, and I was telling Tom, I'm like, we can get rid of that whole top of the glass cabinet. I could put everything away, except what do I do with the Waterford Crystal glasses?
I was like, oh my goodness, what a lovely gift, but what the most impractical thing,
Yeah.
right? I'm very practical.
They're heavy
right?
too. They're not even a nice wine glass to drink
They're
out of.
yeah, they're
like
very
goblets, you know. Like,
they're goblets. I mean,
Yeah.
like it would be a ridiculous amount of wine, right? Like you are not filling that, you know? But
I
anyway,
don't
so
see what the problem is.
this is funny. I know.
They're
So
heavy.
Kim,
though,
I'm
like-
just going to, Kim, you are so fancy.
Ship
I'm
them
just
to
gonna-
Kim.
I'm
Ship
just
'em
gonna ship them to Kim, you know. I'm gonna start like I'm gonna give these away, you know, like I'm gonna I know someone's love language.
Harry and I will take them off your hands.
What can I do to, what can I do to earn those things?
The next
See, Melissa, I'm like you. I'm just very practical. I would rather have some Stampin' Up stuff
I
than
know.
glasses.
Well,
No,
you
no,
know what?
no. Send me the Waterford.
2 years ago, we got a really cool, at Center Stage, we got a really cool coffee mug, a Stampin' Up coffee mug. And I loved that. And I use that thing every week, you know. Coffee is my love language. Champagne and wine. I mean, I like wine. I like a nice glass of wine every once in a while, but like, I don't know. Anyways, what they're doing is they're going to do a toast at the beginning of the event. So they're having like so everybody's going to have their glasses and they're doing a huge toast.
But it's not going to be
And-
champagne either. It's probably going to be sparkling cider.
Well, you know, Mormons, but
Yeah.
but you know, it's okay. It's funny. Like this is the funniest gift. So we'll have to show you these wine.
That would be
goblets.
like the last thing I would expect from them.
I
It
was
took
really
them years to put a wine glass in the catalog, right?
I know. Well, those are beautiful, Terry, but they're very reasonably sized as well. I must show you this wine goblet. Marianne went and got it because you must see the size of this.
Oh my God.
I'm going to bring it to a meeting as a joke, because like one of my staff meetings, because I just hear, baby, yeah. No, just bring the goblet.
They're so expensive.
Just
though.
bring me the
That
goblet.
is like
These are candle holders. These are not, well, I guess I
Marianne,
could, but these are the candle holders. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
see,
Yeah,
mine are all cut crystal
Yeah, maybe
too,
that-
so they're like
look how
they're
big
even
this is.
Wow. Wow.
I mean, this
Kim's
is
is
like
as big as her face.
That could be used for water. I mean, that's like a water
Oh
glass
my
for a special
God.
dinner party.
I mean, what are we? How much wine are we drinking, people? Like, maybe I put a margarita in here. You know,
Oh, that's
That looks
okay.
more like a water goblet than
That's
it does
a water. Yeah, I was thinking
It's
of
probably or red wine. I
Or
have
red wine.
two champagne and 2 red wine, and mine are all cut so that like they're so heavy. But
this is
yeah,
pretty hefty. I mean,
yeah.
it's a really.
I've
it's
never
got
ever
gold.
used them.
I mean, it's got
Melissa,
gold.
Melissa, look on the bottom and tell me if it's etched with the signature of the artist.
It says Waterford, but it's not. It's etched with Waterford, but not etched with anyone else's name.
Okay.
It's a red wine glass. It is red wine. Yeah.
It's
Listen
got
more.
a sticker on it.
Made in Slovenia.
Yeah.
So I'm going
Drink
to
it
put
slow.
my
My sister-in-law
Pellegrino
has property
in here. No.
Slovenia.
Okay, I'm going to stop the recording and I'm going to, oh, good. Okay, I think I can stop the recording on here. And then Marianne has one more thing that she wants to show you guys. So what do you want, Marianne? Another door prize.
My door prize that I won.